Hi, I'm Leah and welcome to the Relaxed Scalp Beauty channel. Today I wanted to share with you a video about how to tame an itchy scalp. Recently I experienced some itchy scalp issues on some areas of my scalp, and the itching, it went on for several days. I mean, I just washed my hair and then a couple of days later my scalp was itching, and it itched so much that finally I reached a breaking point. I just couldn't take it anymore. I had to do something about my itchy scalp. But before I could do anything, I first had to figure out the cause of the itchiness, why my scalp was itching. And I narrowed it down to a few possibilities that made the most sense. And I'm going to share with you what those things are, because if you're experiencing an itchy scalp, you may be trying to figure out what's causing it and what you can do about it. So here are the possibilities that I narrowed my itchy scalp down to. And then after I share those with you, I'm going to go through what I figured out was the cause for my itchy scalp and what I'm doing about it. The first one is dandruff, and dandruff is something that a lot of people experience. I've experienced as well. It's something that I had an issue with in my childhood, in my adulthood, so I know about dandruff. And when you have dandruff, you tend to see large white flakes developing on your scalp, and also probably in your hair as well, because they're on your scalp, and if you're scratching, you're raising those flakes up and they're getting mixed up in your hair. So that's how you know dandruff is a cause for your itchy scalp. The next potential cause for itchy scalp is an allergic reaction. And this can be to food that you've eaten or even to hair products that you may have used. So to determine if it was an allergic reaction, then you might need to think about, did you introduce anything new to your hair regimen? Have you started using any new hair products? And if so, you might want to take them out the next time you go through your routine and see if that makes any difference with your itchy scalp. If you think it could be a food-related allergic reaction, then you might want to think about what kinds of foods or even drinks that you've ingested before your scalp started itching. The third potential cause is sunburn, because yes, you can get sunburn on your scalp. So if you're spending a lot of time outdoors in the sun, or even if you're just like near a window, if you have a window in your office at work and the sun might be beating on your head, that could be a cause for itchy scalp. The fourth potential cause could be a dirty scalp. So if you haven't been washing your hair for a while, or you haven't been applying the products or the shampoo directly to your scalp and making sure that you're cleansing it, you could have some residue or buildup on your scalp that could be causing the itching that you're experiencing. And the final and fifth potential cause could be a dry scalp. So if you're using a lot of heat tools, if you're blow drying your hair on high heat all the time, if you are outside in cold, dry air and it's just blowing on you, or even if you wash your hair and you use a lot of hot water, you could be drying out your scalp. You might even be drying out your scalp if you're not drinking a lot of liquids. So I determined that the cause for my itchy scalp was dry scalp. It's something that I tend to deal with more in the wintertime, and since I moved to Florida from North Carolina, I hadn't had the issue as much as I did in North Carolina, just because the winters here are a lot more mild and it doesn't get as cold. But we'd had several days in a row where it got pretty chilly and even cold here in Florida. And to top it all off, I have to park like 3 blocks away from where I work. So I have a trek that's actually going in the direction of the water. And so you've got cold air coming off of the water that's blowing that is not very friendly to my scalp and to my hair. So that helped dry things out. Additionally, I haven't been drinking as much water as I normally do. So my body has just been overall dehydrated. So I think that's also been a cause for my dry scalp. I've also been doing a lot more hotter showers just because it's been chillier and colder, and when it gets colder I use more hot water, and if I'm using hot water in the shower, I'm also using it when I'm washing my hair, and so the hot water has been drying out my scalp. The final thing that I think might have also been helping to dry my scalp out is that I use a sulfate shampoo, and I use the sulfate shampoo mainly because I have hard water here at my house, and the sulfate shampoo helps to remove any of the minerals that might be in the hard water that could deposit themselves onto my hair. Well, instead of using the sulfate shampoo every other week like I had been when I started using it, I started using it every week. And so the combination of that with not drinking and the dry air and the hot showers, I think it all just dried out my scalp to the point where it revolted and said, I'm just gonna itch and you better do something about it. Here's what I'm doing to solve my issues. First, once it got to the point where I couldn't stand the itching anymore, I decided to rewash my hair, even though it'd been like 4 or 5 days after I'd done my last shampoo, and I usually go like 7 or 8 days. So I took the sulfate shampoo, I diluted it with some filtered water. I took also a moisturizing conditioner and mixed it all in together with an applicator bottle, and I made pretty much essentially my own co-wash, and then washed my hair with that and paid special attention to my scalp. I did a green tea and apple cider vinegar with tea tree oil mix, and I applied that to my scalp after I washed my hair, and then massaged it in and let it sit for about 5 minutes. My scalp felt really good after that. And so then I went through my whole deep conditioning routine and dried my hair and made sure that I didn't use any hot heat on my hair. I used a lot of cool heat when I blow dried my hair. So that's what I did immediately. But what I'm doing for the long term to make sure that I don't have that serious bout of itching where it's just like I just want to tear my hair out. I'm drinking more water each day, so I'm making sure that I'm carrying around my water bottle, and I'm having to refill my water bottle at least 3 times a day when I'm at work, and then making sure that I'm always drinking glasses of water when I'm at home. I'm applying castor oil to my scalp right after I finish shampooing and conditioning, but before I dry my hair. And essentially that layer of oil on my scalp, particularly in those places that tend to itch more, it's helping to keep my hair, it's helping to keep the moisture in or on my scalp so that it doesn't dry out. I'm using my sulfate shampoo less. I'm probably going to either be using my moisturizing shampoo again every other week. I'm going to be rotating in a co-wash as well. So just something that's a lot more gentler on my scalp than the sulfate shampoo. I'm not totally throwing the sulfate shampoo away. I'm just going to be using it less. I'm also going to be using more mild and cold water on my hair and scalp, just because the hot water has just been drying out and eliminating all of the good natural oils that my scalp has been producing, and I don't want to get rid of every bit of oil that's on my scalp. And so using milder and cold water will help to make sure that doesn't happen. There are some additional things that you can do to keep your scalp hydrated and keep it from getting to that uncontrollably itchy point. Some other things you can do are hot oil treatments, and I like to use tea tree oil just because that's great for soothing down an itchy scalp because it's got antifungal and antibacterial properties in it. You can also do a natural hair mask using different products that are in your kitchen cabinets or even in your fridge. Honey is a really good ingredient to use in a hair mask because honey helps to fight fungi and bacteria that might be causing any scalp issues. Also, cleaning your hairbrushes and your combs, it can also be helpful because if you're having any kind of scalp issues that have anything to do with bacteria, even if you have just dandruff flakes, you don't want to transfer that to your clean hair. So cleaning your brushes and combs when you wash your hair is a good thing. I hope that you found this video helpful, that there's something that you'll be able to take away from this. And if you've experienced or are experiencing itchy scalp and you have any tips or tricks that you'd like to share, please do and leave them in the comments below. And don't forget to share this video, like this video, and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.